Hi and hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Neema and this is Here is Neema, where we talk about all things fashion, beauty, lifestyle, feminine essence, feminine energy, self-love and development. So make sure to like and subscribe if you are interested in topics like these, and let's go ahead and get into this video, y'all, because I do not plan to make it long. I have my notes right here, but I want to start off by saying I have been wanting to make a video about living in alignment in your feminine and in your womanhood, and just embracing, your body and the way that God made us, and just living a life that's more in alignment with how we are created and how we exist in this form, in this female form, which is a big part of living in alignment in your feminine energy and feminine essence. So just a bit of background for you guys, if you are completely new to this topic. I know we all know that we menstruate every single month, okay? We have our periods, we know that. But for me, I know that I was never taught growing up that we actually have 4 cycles as women, and we are on a 28-day cycle. So that is like a full month. I just remember learning, well, maybe I did learn about the cycles, but I didn't remember learning much about them, or that they would really affect me that much day to day, week to week, cycle to cycle. But they actually do, you guys. And when you start doing the inner work and you start kind of just becoming more of an aligned woman, you start to notice that this is true, and that in each phase of your cycle, you are experiencing different things. You are showing up differently in the world and in your life and your day-to-day tasks. So understanding this is really important to understanding your body, how you move, and why you feel the way that you feel at certain times in the month. So we as women run on a 28-day cycle. We have 4 phases of our cycle, okay? We have the follicular phase. We have, which is what this video is about today, because fun fact, I am currently in the follicular phase, and it's going to make a lot more sense when I kind of go into it, why I even decided to do this video and break it up the way that I am. So we have a follicular phase, menstruation, ovulation, and the luteal phase, okay? So those are kind of the 4 phases that we go through every 28 days, ladies, okay? So this video in particular, we are going to be focusing on the follicular phase. That's right, the follicular phase. So I wrote some notes here. Don't mind me. I'm going to be looking at them, glancing at them, just so that I make sure I don't miss a beat. But the follicular phase, like I mentioned before, I am currently in this phase right now. And this phase actually is the phase that you enter right after menstruation, okay? It lasts about 6 to 14 days. So relatively a small window, at least I know it usually is for me. This is right before ovulation. And what is happening to your body during this time is your ovaries are housing and developing the egg, okay, that they will later release when you do ovulate. Okay, so you are more fertile during this time, all right? How you're going to feel during this phase: you are going to have higher energy levels. You are going to have glowing skin, if I don't say so myself, okay? Or maybe it's just the lighting. Who cares? We're going to roll with it. I'm in my follicular phase, okay? You're going to have a higher sex drive. You will probably experience that. And that is just good old Mother Nature letting you know this is your time. This is your time to reproduce. So there you go. Higher sex drive. Boom. Yeah, it's just funny when you really think about just how God made us. And I don't know, it's funny, it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's something to be embraced. So you guys know I'm passionate about this stuff, so we are going to be diving in, don't you worry. All right, so higher energy levels, glowing skin, higher sex drive, and you will feel more optimistic and more energized during this phase, generally speaking. And I would say it's true. I have started to really pay more attention to my body during the different phases and really try. And guys, I'm not perfect. I don't think any of us can be, especially in our society that we live in today. If you're working full time, if you have kids, you know, it's really challenging to kind of align your life with your natural cycle and how you are feeling and what your body is kind of going through, and each phase and each cycle, and also trying to like manage life in today's society. So I've been doing the best I can. I'm learning, I'm growing. I've made a lot of decisions, you know, just as I've been on this journey, that have helped me to become, or to, I would say, live a more aligned life in my feminine and in my womanhood, and be able to kind of live life more authentically, you know, in accordance with like who I am, how my body works as a woman, and it just be more aligned with that. But this is kind of going in deeper, all right? Understanding that at different phases of your cycle, it's going to be better for you to do different things, and probably at different phases of your cycle, right? It's going to be more useful for you to kind of lay low, peel back, and just kind of go inward and focus on you. Okay, so what I want to do is I actually want to make 4 different videos covering each of the cycles. So this is the first one, follicular phase, and I want to be currently in that phase as I'm filming the video. Okay, so this is going to be really insightful. This is going to be really insightful for me, almost like a personal diary. And, you know, I'm also giving value to you guys because I do feel that this is very important. And this is something that I know for me, I have recently started to kind of do this and learn more about, you know, living, you know, a more aligned lifestyle in accordance with my own natural cycle. So yes, follicular phase. Let's get back to the follicular phase, shall we? So those are the different things that I kind of jotted down for how you will feel, did a little bit of research, and I would absolutely say the research is correct, from what I can tell and from what I can say I've experienced, right? So these are some things that are good to do at this time of the month during your follicular phase. And once you start to learn your body and you start to kind of experience how you feel during the follicular phase, you will be able to kind of decide, okay, at this time of the month, I want to make sure that I get X, Y, and Z done. Because of course, during this time, you are going to feel so much more energized. You're going to have a lot more, you know, of a kind of a go-getter kind of a spirit. You're going to want to be more productive. So this is a really great time to kind of do more of those things. Go after your goals. Go after, you know, making it to the gym 5 days a week if that's what you know, you want to do. For me, it's 4 days. I try my best, but you know, yesterday I made it to my dance class, which I haven't been in like weeks, and I was so glad I did. I kicked butt on finishing out my to-do list and just making sure that I was doing all the things I needed to do at work, in my personal life, just getting them, you know, my house in order, you know, doing all of my little things. So, you know, all those pesky little things that we always put off. Today, you know, I did a great job. I'm gonna just give myself a pat on the back because I'm feeling awesome about it, guys. Just making it to work on time. Let's not even go there, okay? But I've been making it to work on time, been making it to the gym this week, made it to all of my appointments. I still have, you know, I'm actually chock full this week, full of things. I am like go, 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 productive mode. So I thought this would be a great time to knock this video out, guys. And, you know, a lot of the times when I do take my breaks from YouTube, I am in, you know, a different phase in my cycle where I'm not feeling like, you know, making videos and hopping on camera and doing this and doing that and going out and the whole medley of things, right? So I try to kind of listen to my body. I try to pay attention to those things, and I try to kind of maneuver myself in a way where I'm able to make content that's going to be quality and going to be at the best time for me when I'm at my peak to be producing content, and not just producing content, obviously, that's one example, but going to my workout classes, making it there on time. I think I've also mentioned in other videos, I do not work out at all when I'm in my menstruation phase. I completely just, if I don't have to go to work, or if I don't have, there's not anything that I pressingly in dire need that I need to do, I relax, I bubble bath, I, Netflix and chill, I eat what I want to eat, try to keep it healthy, obviously, but if there is something that I am particularly craving or things like that, then I will allow myself to have that. Lots of dark chocolate, right? Just woosah. Let my body rest. Let my body relax. We're not running around. We're not doing a whole bunch. But in this phase and in this cycle, because it's funny because it's literally a week apart. So last week I was chilling out, wasn't going to the gym. If I did feel like moving around a little bit, I would go for a little walk, especially towards the end of my cycle, or my menstruation phase, I should say, for the sake of this video. But nothing really too strenuous, nothing too crazy. And then that was just last week. So now we're in this week. And I'm like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Da, 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 da. Running all over the place. I was able to get my grocery shopping done. I meal prepped, like all of those things, just getting productive, getting my, budget. I had to redo a few things in my budget, looking at my finances, collecting, different, things that I know I need to do in the upcoming months. Like I have to pay my car registration, random things, paperwork, different things, mail, sorting through it, just getting my ducks in a row. This is the perfect time to be doing all of those things, okay? Getting productive, getting to your goals. This is also a really great time to try something new. So if you have been thinking of starting up a new hobby, or even anything in that creative space where you kind of need that extra oomph, that extra motivation, that extra push to kind of get there and get it done, this is the phase to do it in. So if there's something you need to get done for your business, if there's something that you need to, get done for school, or, if you've just been procrastinating, right? You've been procrastinating about making this appointment, or procrastinating about, just getting certain things done in life. This is the time. This is the time to make it happen, get it done. You've got the energy, you've got that extra motivation intrinsically, like naturally. So going with it, running with it, I find that I kind of just start with one thing, and then the ball just kind of keeps rolling during this phase, which is really awesome. So, and there you go. That's really the basis of the video. I think it's really amazing that, a lot more women are coming out, and we're coming online, and we're discussing a lot of these things, and we're coming from a place of, we're learning, we want to help other women that are just like us, who have the same desires, to also learn and benefit. And so that is where my heart is, guys. That is totally where my heart is. So I hope that this video gave you guys some valuable information. I will be creating more content based off of this. I really want to devote one video for each phase. Again, there are 4 different phases, and feel free to obviously do your own research, but this is kind of my take on the follicular phase, and kind of just letting you know a little bit of what's going on in your body during this time. Things that would be helpful for you to know as you are planning out your month, as you are planning out your week. Always take into consideration where you're going to be in your cycle. And on that note, I should have probably said this in the beginning of the video, but if you are not tracking your cycle, you need to be tracking your cycle. Whether you are sexually active or not, you need to be tracking your cycle. If you are on this journey of, becoming more aligned in your feminine, and wanting to embrace all aspects of womanhood, you need to be tracking your cycle. And I can't say it enough. There are a couple of different apps out there. I personally use a free app called the Life app, and so that's an option for you. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles. It's just basically gonna predict when your period is coming and when you're going to be ovulating. I have to say mine is spot on. It is spot on, but I've also been using it for years at this point now. So whatever app you get should be fine. The more that you basically, as you start tracking your period, right, it's not going to be a lot of the time accurate all the time. It's going to continue to guess until it gets it right. And then you will start to notice that as you continue to use the apps and log in your periods, then you will start to see that it gets more and more and more accurate. So choose an app, any app. I know the Flow app is super popular. It's a paid app. I have considered actually switching over to that one, but you know, once you kind of get into the groove with one thing, you kind of just stick with it. I know when to expect my periods now. There's really nothing that is going to upset that, and understanding when you are going to be, you know, menstruating and, you know, keeping along with that schedule, unless, of course, you know, something is interfered with that, whether you get pregnant, or even if you are on birth control, or you switch birth control, or you take a Plan B pill, things like that. Even stress, stress can actually you know, cause you to have late periods. And so, you know, being mindful of a lot of these things, being mindful of your mood, tracking your mood, that's another step that you can take to kind of start to learn your body a little bit better. I know for me, when I am feeling stressed, I get headaches. It used to be when I was starting, like all the way through growing up, when I did start my period, I would experience a headache like the day before. And that's actually stopped now, thank goodness. Sometimes they do creep up on me, but I've realized that it's more and more having to deal with if I'm feeling stressed. And thankfully, you know, that's happening a lot less for me. But that is something that, of course, I have learned about my body because I'm paying attention. So ladies, you have to make sure that you're paying attention to your body. You have to make sure that you're paying attention to how you feel on a day-to-day basis, how different things make you feel when you eat different foods. How do they make you feel when you are in certain environments? How you feel, you know, at different periods and times of the day, how you feel around different people in your life. I mean, just pay attention to everything and really start that communication with your body and really start to understand how you feel. This is a huge part of being aligned in your feminine. This is a huge part of the feminine, all right? We are all up in our bodies, okay? So I'm not going to make this video too much longer. I'm going to love you and leave you guys. That is all the information I have on the follicular phase. Short and sweet, to the point. Of course, you can always learn more by doing your own research, but I am glad to be bringing this information to you in bite-sized pieces. So subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned for the next ones. Bye!